Welcome to a new session at Graduate Guru. We are doing valuation of goodwill and shares, and in the last session we were introduced to yield method of valuing shares और वहाँ पर हमने dividend basis basically study किया है. So let's do another sum based on that. So question number 14. From the following information of Lovely Limited, calculate the value of shares by yield basis, intrinsic value and fair value. Balance sheet is given to us. Liability side we have equity shares, we also have preference shares, we have 8% debentures also, and we have current liabilities. Assets we have building, machinery, copyrights and trademarks जो कि हमारे intangible assets है, sundry receivables, stock and cash bank. They've said building is revalued at rupees 2,70,000 and they've given us the profits. अब profits का उन्होंने हमें list दिया है for 5 years. They've given profits before tax and they have given rate of tax applicable. So basically profit before tax is there and we've been given the rate of tax which we'll see how to incorporate in our sum. The profits for 2017 were affected due to a workers' strike. Now, जो list हमें दी है, we've been given profits from 2015 to 2019. And in the list, if we see, हर साल profit increase हो रहा है, except in 2017 where the profit is very small. And यहाँ पे उन्होंने explanation दिया है that this is because of a strike done by the workers. So when we are going to use the profits, हम क्या करेंगे? We will ignore the 2017 profits because वो पूरा abnormal profit है. Because that profit cannot be compared with the other year's profits which are normal profits. And this year's profit is very small, very low because of a strike. So when we take the average profit, we are going to ignore that particular year. Then they've said manager's salary would be increased by 12,000 per annum in the future. So this is some information about the future जो हमें FMP calculate करने में help करेगा. A transfer of 15% of the profit after tax is required for redevelopment. The expected dividend rate in similar companies is 7%. So this is my normal rate of dividend. Okay? And they've asked us to calculate the value of the shares. A transfer of 15% of profit after tax is required for redevelopment. So जो भी हमारा profit after tax आएगा, from that 15% has to be transferred to a reserve. The expected dividend rate in similar companies is 7%. So they have said that already normal rate of dividend हमें दे दिया है. Okay? So based on this, we'll start with the sum. So let's begin the sum, and first they've asked for yield value. So we'll also first take up yield value. So yield value, and which is based on dividends. So dividend basis. Now we know the formula, value per share. I'll write the short form, expected rate of dividend upon normal rate of dividend into paid up value per share. Okay? Expected rate is something that we will calculate. Normal rate is given to us. Last line they've said expected dividend rate in similar companies is 7%. So वो हो गया हमारा normal rate. And the paid up value we have in the balance sheet. Equity shares का paid up value is 100 rupees each. So into 100. Okay. When we get this expected rate of dividend, we'll be able to get the value. So that will be our next step. Expected rate of dividend. Now your expected rate of dividend is expected future dividends upon paid up value, that is paid up equity capital, into 100, right? Expected future dividend हम calculate करेंगे. They've given us the profits, so we'll use that and calculate our expected future dividend. Paid up equity capital again we'll take from the balance sheet, which is 2,40,000 and into 100. When we get this, we'll get our rate. So what I need next is my expected future dividend. Now for expected future dividend, we start with FMP. That is our future maintainable profits after tax. Again here if you will see the balance sheet, यहाँ पर कोई भी non-trading asset नहीं है. We don't have investments. So non-trading income नहीं होगा. I will subtract my preference dividend which is given in the sum. Preference shares है तो preference dividend भी होगा. And we will subtract our transfer to reserves which is given. So for preference dividend we'll do the calculation. Preference capital is given as 1,20,000 और dividend rate दिया है 10%. So 1,20,000 into 10%, my preference dividend is 12,000. Okay. Transfer to reserves is based on my FMP. FMP जब तक नहीं मिलेगा, I cannot calculate my transfer to reserves. So we'll leave that blank just now. And we'll go to our next working. And that will be for our FMP after tax. Now, to calculate my FMP after tax, what they have given us is, they have given us last 5 years profits. और उसमें 1 साल का profit, as I explained to you, बहुत कम है because of a strike. So I'm going to ignore that profits. So we will directly take our average profits, but जो profits हमें दिए हैं, they are before tax. So जो हम average निकालेंगे, that will also be before tax. And as I said, we are going to ignore the year of strike. So I'll just mark that over here so that you are not confused. Ignore 2017. Because of the strike. Okay. So we'll take the profits for only 4 years, which is 2015, 16, 18 and 19. So I'll take a total of those 4 years. 90,000, 1,20,000, 1,50,000 and 1,65,000. I have not considered 30,000 profit of 2017 in this. My total is 5,25,000. And because I have added 4 years, I will divide by 4. So we get 1,31,250. So this is before tax. उसके बाद उन्होंने बोला है that manager's salary will be increased by 12,000 per annum. So I'll subtract minus increase in manager's salary. And that amount is directly given as 12,000 for the full year. So I'll take that amount. Let's subtract that from 131,250. We get 119,250. So this is my profit expected in the future. So I can call it FMP, but this FMP is before tax. अब जो हमें tax rates दिए हैं in the sum for each of the years, if we'll see those rates, it was 30% in the first year, then in the next 3 years it became 40%, and final year it is 50%. So there is no particular system or there is no particular order of this tax rate. So ऐसे situation में हम कौन सा tax rate लेंगे? If I take an average, it will not give me the correct figure. So what we should do is जो last year का tax rate है, that is 50%, हम वही लेंगे because we will assume that future में भी यही नया rate applicable होगा. So I will subtract my tax at 50%. So let's calculate 50% or half of this. It is 59,625. So our FMP after tax will also become 59,625. So this is our FMP after tax. Right? So that is what we needed over here. FMP after tax हमारा blank था. So let's take that 59,625. And transfer to reserve के लिए उन्होंने बोला है 15% of this profit. So let's do that working. 59,625 into 15%. That will be my transfer to reserve, which is 8943.75. I am rounding it off to 8944. Okay. Let's subtract these things. 59,625 minus 12,000 minus 8944. We get 38,681. This is nothing but our expected future dividend. So now I'll use that over here. 38,681 and divide by 2,40,000 into 100. We get 16.12%. 117 आ रहा है. I'm rounding it off to 16.12. This I'm going to use over here. This is my expected rate of dividend. So 16.12 divide by the normal rate, which is 7, and into the paid up value, which is 100, we get our value as 230.29. So this is our yield value of the shares. Okay. So yield value हमें मिल गई है. Now we have to go to the intrinsic value. So that's our second part. Intrinsic value per share. So in that, our value per share is funds for equity shareholders divided by number of equity shares, right? And I don't have the funds, obviously we'll be calculating that now. But number of shares is given in the sum. In my balance sheet, we have the number of shares 2,400. So I'll just write that and I'll leave it blank for now. And we'll do our next calculation for funds for equity shareholders. We start with our assets in that. This time we have a full balance sheet. So I can do assets minus liabilities. So we'll start with the assets. First one is building. And for building, they have said there is a revaluation. Naya figure diya hai, naya amount diya hai. 2,70,000. So we'll take that. And all other assets we'll take from the balance sheet. So machinery 1,80,000. We also have copyrights and trademarks. And copyrights, trademarks is 60,000. We also have sundry receivables of 90,000. And we have stock 1,50,000. And we have cash bank. cash bank is 30,000. So let's take a total of all our assets. 2,70,000 plus 1,80,000 plus 60, 90, 1,50,000 and 30. Our total assets are 7,80,000. And from that we will subtract our liabilities. Liabilities, we have two things. One is debentures and one is current liabilities. So 8% debentures, that is given as 60,000. I'll write it in the inner column. And we have current liabilities, which is given as 2,40,000. So total liabilities is 3 lakhs. Subtracting that, we get 4,80,000. This is basically our net assets. But अगर balance sheet में preference capital है, then that has to be removed because 4,80,000 में से preference capital हमें pay करना पड़ेगा. So minus preference capital. And the amount of preference capital is 1,20,000. So we get our funds for equity shareholders as 3,60,000. I'll bring that here. यहाँ पे हमने blank छोड़ा था उसे. So 3,60,000 and I divide it by the number of shares, 2,400. We get our intrinsic value as rupees 150. Now we just have to calculate our fair value, which is an average. So third one, fair value, and that is intrinsic plus yield divided by 2. So intrinsic value I have over here 150. Yield value from our first part 230.29 and divide by 2. So 150 plus 230.29 divide by 2, we get 190.15. That is our fair value. Basically, we are getting 190.145. I am rounding it off to 15. Take this down and then we go ahead. Let's go to question number 15, where we'll be taking average rate of dividend. So first let's read the sum. Following is the balance sheet of Mighty Limited as on 31st March 2020. Liability side, they have given us authorized capital. Authorized mein they have said 1 lakh preference shares and 80,000 equity shares. Authorized capital we never use for any kind of calculation. वो maximum limit hai. So here, even though it is given, I am going to ignore it. Then they've given issued and paid up capital. There we have 80,000 8% cumulative preference shares of 10 each and 60,000 equity shares of 10 each. We also have reserves and surplus, and we have other liabilities जिसमें they have given us current liabilities, provision for depreciation, provision for tax and proposed dividend. Now, provision for depreciation basically एक liability नहीं है. When we create a provision on depreciation means we are reducing the asset. So basically this is a reduction of the asset and we are going to subtract it when we are calculating our funds for equity shareholders. Asset side, we have fixed assets which has land and building, plant and machinery and equipments. We also have current assets where we have stock, receivables and cash bank. and we have preliminary expenses जो हम ignore करेंगे because that is a fictitious asset. Then they have said the dividend paid on equity shares in the last 3 years is as follows, and they've given us 3 years, 2016-17, 17-18 and 18-19, and they've given us 3 rates which is 15%, 15% and 18%. So ये dividend company ने पिछले 3 सालों में declare किया है. This will help us to calculate our expected rate of dividend. And they've said calculate the fair value of equity shares. Now fair value के लिए obviously I will need intrinsic value also and I'll need yield value. Yield value, dividend information is given, so it will be based on dividend. Assuming that the fair return in investment in similar companies is 12%. This is nothing but our normal rate of dividend. They've said दूसरी companies में the shareholders are expecting at least 12% return on their investment, which means they are expecting 12% dividend. So that is the normal rate of dividend. So let's begin the sum, and we'll first calculate intrinsic value, then we'll go to yield value, and finally we'll calculate our fair value. So first calculation will be for intrinsic value. And there we know our formula, value per share, funds for equity shareholders upon number of equity shares. So funds we'll calculate in the next step. Number of shares, don't make a mistake, equity shares I will not take authorized, I will take issued. So I have to take 60,000 as the denominator, जो कि issued and subscribed में equity shares का number है. Okay. Now I need my funds for equity shareholders. So that will be our next step. And as usual, we'll do our assets minus liabilities. So assets, we begin with land and building. They've not given any revalued figures. So I'll take everything from our balance sheet itself. Land and building 4,40,000. We also have plant and machinery of 8,80,000. We have equipments of 1,60,000. Now what I'm going to do to present it better, मैं पहले fixed assets का total लूँगी and I will subtract my depreciation on this step only because it's technically not a liability as I told you. So let's take a total of these three amounts, 4,40,000, 8,80,000 and 1,60,000. We get 14,80,000 as our total fixed assets, and from this I will subtract provision for depreciation, and that is given on our liability side as 9,10,000. अगर individual assets का depreciation दिया होता I would have subtracted it individually, but I don't know this 9,10,000 is on which assets, so I'll take from the total. So this gives me 5,70,000. Then we'll continue with our other assets, which is stock. We also have receivables and we have cash bank. All from the balance sheet, no change. So stock is 6,20,000. Receivables is 7 lakhs. And our cash bank is 3,40,000. So now we'll take a total of all our assets. So with 5,70,000, I'll add 6,20,000, 7 lakhs and 3,40,000. We get 22,30,000 as our total assets, and from this I'll subtract the liabilities. Depreciation हमने already subtract कर दिया है, so don't repeat that over here. In liabilities, we'll take current liabilities of 2 lakhs. I'll write in the inner column first. We also have provision for tax. That is an amount payable for tax, so that is a liability. Provision for tax is 1,80,000. And we have proposed dividend. Proposed dividend is 1,70,000. So let's take a total of all the liabilities. 2 lakh plus 1,80,000 plus 1,70,000. Our total liabilities are 5,50,000. We will subtract that from our total assets. 22,30,000. We get 16,80,000. This is nothing but our net assets. But when we are valuing shares, preference capital निकालना है. Preference capital again, issued preference capital, not authorized. So minus preference share capital, and I'll write in brackets for your understanding that this is only the issued. So issued capital we have 8 lakhs. Let's subtract that. We get our funds for equity shareholders, which is 8,80,000. I bring that over here in my first working and I divide it by the number of shares, which is 60,000, and we get our first value, that is intrinsic value, 14.67. 666 recurring hai, you can't write that in rupees, so 14.67. Now we go to yield value, and that will be dividend basis. For this, what is our formula for value per share? I am writing in short, expected rate of dividend upon normal rate of dividend into paid up value per share. Expected rate of dividend we will calculate in the next step. Normal rate of dividend, last line of the sum. Fair value, assuming that the fair return in investment is 12%. So that is my normal rate of dividend. And the paid up value per share is rupees 10. Don't take 100 by mistake, you will get a wrong amount. So paid up value being rupees 10. Okay. So I have to calculate my ERD, that is expected rate of dividend. And this time, they've not given us profits, average profit वगैरह नहीं करना है. They've simply given us 3 rates of dividend in the past 3 years. So we'll simply calculate that average rate of dividend. So it is 15, 15 and 18. And 3 years, so I'll divide by 3. So let's do that. 15 plus 18 is 48, and 48 divided by 3 is 16%. So I will use that over here. 16 is my expected rate of dividend. Divide by 12 into 10, you get 13.33 recurring, which I will round off to 13.33 per share. So I have my intrinsic value. I also have my yield value. Now the last one is fair value. And that is intrinsic value plus yield value upon 2. So intrinsic value from our first step 14.67 and this is 13.33. So 14.67 plus 13.33 divided by 2 we get rupees 14 as our fair value. So basically what was different in the sum is how the sum was given. Authorized capital diya tha, which we have to learn to ignore. Provision for depreciation liabilities mein di thi, which I used over here to subtract from my fixed assets. And what was the other different thing in the sum was calculation of our expected rate of dividend. Yahan pe we've simply taken an average. We don't have to calculate the FMP, रेफरेंस डिविडेंड वगैरह माइनस करना, वो सब इस सम में नहीं है. सिंपली टेक द एवरेज, यूज इट ओवर हियर. टेक डाउन दिस सम and we wind up this session. Next session we'll be going to the last method of valuation of shares, which is also yield value but based on the earnings. Thank you.